As a small biz pro, that's how we roll. Using procurement, program, and control. As a small biz pro, that's how we grow. Using procurement, program, and control. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah. Crystal Mitchell, do you have
Good afternoon. This is the Business Zone with
Crystal
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. And for those of you who are just tuning in, you've never heard this show before. This is a Business Zone, and what we do here, this is a platform for where supply diversity, contract providers, and small businesses come together to provide opportunities for the small business. Now, what we do here at the Business Zone, Crystal and I, we provide training and coaching and mentoring to the small businesses to help them in becoming business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready. So if you feel like, if you're listening right now and you feel like you're one of those small businesses who can fit in that category, you can give us a call throughout the show at any time, 323-293-3375, 323-293-3375.
Hey
team.
everyone. How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Hey, my gorilla, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome. How are you?
The turtle is doing fine over here.
That's good.
Flamingo is cool. Flamingo's a little tired today, but other than that, what happened to my sound? I think my earpiece went crazy.
You guys might notice Crystal and I, we've got sexy voices today.
Yeah, this is my sexy voice, guys.
We saw it all sexy with bedroom voice. That's because we got the flu.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is the first time I've never wanted a sexy voice. I'm a little raspy, though. I'm a little hoarse today. But you guys have the flu?
No, I don't have the flu. He claiming the flu.
Well, I don't know. I just have the cold, and then all of a sudden I can't speak. So I guess it's part of that.
If I can do her workout that I did on Monday and Tuesday, on Monday and Wednesday, I don't have a flu because I would have been dead at the gym already.
Yes,
she's a killer.
She's been phenomenal at the gym.
Yeah, so no, I just have, you know what, I remember when I was younger and I sang in the choir.
Yeah.
And because you use your voice all the time, it seems that's the first place.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And if you have some sort of allergy, whatever. So that's my issue. I don't know about your issue, but my issue.
I don't know what it was, but I woke up, I think it was Tuesday morning, and all of a sudden I can't speak. I need to call PayPal. I need to call all these places and GoDaddy. I have no voice. So then when I call them, I'm on the phone like, hello, this is Gilbert. And they're going, they think it's a prank call.
So what are you taking for this?
Well, I took some honey and lemon juice. Mm-hmm. And I got the Dayquil that I took, and it's been helping. It's been helping.
But what about something natural? Because garlic is a natural remedy.
For the voice?
For everything. For your cold.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I did not know that. And I do have garlic at home.
So I would say tonight, before you go to bed, take a nice piece of garlic clove, chop it up really nice and fine. Do not chew it. If you could handle that, it'd be perfect, but just chop it up nice and fine. Put it in your mouth, all the pieces, and then chase it with some water.
That's it?
And then the next day, you should feel a difference. And you need to do it every single day.
Really?
As a matter of fact, you need to take garlic on a regular basis.
They say it's good for lowering your blood pressure too, right?
It's good for everything. Buy a small book on garlic. It will be life-changing for you. But when you have a cold, definitely vitamin C, as many oranges as you can. Some natural vitamin C would be great. If you have to buy something, I would say Airborne, because I like those what do you call it? Those blend of herbs they have there, and has absolutely no sugar whatsoever. And honey is great, but if you can do without the honey, don't do the honey.
Because it's sweet. It's got sugar in it.
Yeah, it has sugar in it.
So,
and viruses and stuff feed on sugar.
I was telling my doctor that what you just said, because growing up, that's what we do with garlic, right? And he said, no, that doesn't lower your blood pressure. I said, why not? Oh, that's a myth.
Most doctors don't know because
he said, that's a myth.
That's not a myth. Most doctors are not. They don't specialize in natural medicine. So I would tell you, please, garlic. Everyone knows the power.
Well, I
of
knew
garlic.
that because that's what we did growing
their
up.
Their job is to give you medicine
and try to sell their product.
That's their second stream of income.
Right.
And if they can get you on the blood pressure thing, or they I think as soon as you turn 50, they're standing there pouncing. There's two people that is pouncing on you. Your eye doctor to tell you that it's time for glasses, for reading glasses.
The heart guy.
And the heart and your regular doctor telling you, I think it's time for you to have blood pressure medication. They don't ask you anything about what your life is going on.
They just start
how
telling
stressed you may be.
Listen, earlier today, a good friend of mine walked to the gym and she was a little upset. And we talked. Her uncle passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
but
that.
I asked, how did he die? She said, well, he had Crohn's disease. And Crohn's disease is very painful. And most people know when you have it, they say it's irreversible. It's kind of for life. He got tired of being sick all the time. Crohn's disease is when your body is not absorbing the nutrients a lot of times. But if you remember, there was a book that came out a few years ago. I'll think of the name of it as a show going. I'll tell you, when the man healed himself of Crohn's disease, he was this thin, healed himself from Crohn's disease through natural medicine and natural organic food. Wow. He found a way to do it. So I believe that is not true. He was on every TV show on the planet. So anyway, there's proof that you can heal yourself from that. However, he went through a lot to get to that point.
Right.
But she said, this is what she blew me away, and my mouth dropped. She said, well, he was tired of being sick, so he signed up. And he had it for years. Yeah. He signed up for a trial medication. Ooh. And the medication attacked his liver and killed him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
So they said, a lot of this medication, these side effects are like, it's ridiculous. You don't know what you're doing to yourself. Mm-hmm. So he died, not from Crohn's disease. He died from the medication. The medication
side effects
killed him.
of the medication.
So,
I get you.
Yeah.
That's sad. And that's it. So when you read the file, it'll cure you. It doesn't say it's going to cure you. It's just going to say it's going to help subside whatever symptoms. Right. But then in addition to that, you might lose your arm or your leg, your sight.
Yeah, some of the cold medicine, all that stuff you're buying over the counter, it's garbage. It's only treating the symptoms when you still got the problem that you're dealing with. Exactly. So let's get rid of your body of the bacteria or whatever viral infection that you have. Let's go to the source and get rid of it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I believe you.
Yeah,
so
let's
I have garlic.
I
got garlic at home, so I'll
to help your body.
And as a matter of fact, you know what I was doing? Like before I went to the doctor's 2 weeks ago, I was taking the cloves, like 3 or 4 cloves, and I chop it up, and then I kind of like roast it a little bit, just a little bit, and then I would take it.
Mm-hmm. But there's no need to roast it because you take some of the nutrients out. Just go ahead and follow it.
And it was good.
When you chop it, you activate it so you don't have to you don't have to chew it because you burn your mouth up. Yeah. And once you grill it, it doesn't have that same effect.
So when you grill it, you takes away some of the potence.
So it takes away the potence. So, and if you don't mind, I wouldn't even care if people thought they smelled garlic. I would have garlic at night and in the morning. Right. Yes, and some ginger for your throat.
Thank you, Dr. Dawn.
You're welcome.
See, we need Dr. Dawn on the show.
Dr. Dawn got it going. And I'm always more about the natural. And I think airborne is like the best thing that was ever created. Right. But so that's what I do.
And you can do the garlic regularly as part of your everyday regimen. You wake up your apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar right now. I got some too. The Bragg's version. So right now, your remedy should be apple cider vinegar every single day.
How much?
And
8 pounds?
Two tablespoons. It says on the bottle, 2 tablespoons.
With water?
Yeah. I throw it in my mouth and chase it with water.
Oh, that thing is strong.
Yeah, but it's better for me than drinking a whole glass full. Yeah. So I put it in my mouth. I don't swallow it. I put it in my mouth and I chase it down with the water. I don't taste anything.
I'm going to start doing
that. So I do that every single morning.
I already bought it. I got
Bragg.
it. Yeah, I got
it. And I do it with lemon water. So that's my tea. That's what I use for my morning tea besides lemon is good too.
And I want you guys to monitor me. So today is what, the 7th?
How about if I monitor your workouts?
He won't get close to you.
Dr. Dawn wants to kill me.
Absolutely.
So Dr.
I got to do my will first.
I was at a party. I went to a Bella Network holiday party last night? Last night. It was at...
You weren't invited?
No, nobody invited me. They don't like me anymore.
Oh, you should have been there.
So it was at Killer Shrimp. So I'm sitting at the table, and so Kira was there with her husband, and so he whispered over.
Kira
is the marketing.
Oh yeah, okay.
So he goes, "Is that the business lady?" And she's like, "No." And then she looked at me and she goes, "He's asking about Don." He says. She is the most fit person I've seen in ever.
That's because he's not looking at too many people on Instagram.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So he wants to. I think he's interested in having you help him with
See,
his
your
work.
name and your reputation is getting
Yes,
out there.
I know.
That's a good thing.
I know.
That's awesome.
It
See?
is actually kind of interesting because when we walked in, so there was, I don't know, about 6 different organizations that was part of that event last night. So it was a collaborative event, which was absolutely amazing.
Which one of the Killer Shrimp? Where was that?
The one in the marina.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
Oh,
so it had the Keep It 100, which is, what do they do? Relationship and...
Yeah, 100 men who are looking for their wives, and their
Right,
platform
exactly.
is creating these conversations where you can talk. They're creating platforms. They believe that they will meet their wives in the process of talking about relationships and educating, women and men on how to have strong, successful relationships. So I never attend that.
Why not?
crazy?
Why
Yeah,
not?
it wasn't 100 men there. That was for sure. Last
What
night.
are you scared of?
So it was that they were there, and they were part of the organizers, and the Bella Network was there. We had the most people there,
of course.
And then it had the black workers work for the county, and then something. It was engineers and somebody. It was quite a few of them, right?
It's quite a big event.
When the Bellas walked in, everybody's like, "Y'all all Bellas, right?" Yes.
Were you guys wearing the same color?
No, all different colors. Just you got a Bella attitude. So when they were introducing each other, so they went up on the dance floor and they had the mic and they were telling everybody who they were. So for the Keep It 100, they had to keep asking people to be quiet, so that they could actually hear them do their introduction. So then Miss Alicia come out on the floor, and so Denise says, "Oh, look at that. She's got her Wakanda stance up. So she was standing in the floor and she had on her leather knee boots up over her knees. Didn't even need the mic. Everybody just quieted down. And you could hear Alicia over everybody. Everybody
leader
else
of the
was
pack.
Yeah, Alicia was like, I said, that's a powerful Bella woman up there.
That's awesome.
It was pretty cool. But it was fun. It was fun.
That's
and my
good.
sister, she
Do you see
came.
any potential nice-looking men there?
No.
Okay.
Well, actually,
You
I
hear
didn't
that?
miss anything.
no.
No, I did not attend because I need to be here today. So
I know.
I'm usually in Valencia doing some work, and I worked late in Valencia.
It
so that I
wasn't
could
because
be
you were
here.
scared, right? It's because you had
No,
to be
actually,
here today.
no.
She on a mission right
What's
now.
interesting is that we're going to actually have those guys on the show
Uh-huh.
to talk to you and to us about their stance on relationships. So
Oh, yeah.
I like that better than being
Oh, you
in a
like
room
that
with
better?
a lot of men. I get nervous.
Ah, you get nervous. You
It
might
was
say the wrong
actually,
thing.
it was more for the men. It was more predominantly with a lot of women there. Few men. I know there was a couple guys that were kind of nice looking.
Were they?
But they were quiet over in the back in the corner, not talking to anybody. Majority of them,
These
and
women
majority
are
of the folks
something
there were
else,
women.
man.
What happened?
So perfect for guys. Greg
We don't want a turtle sitting over in the corner being quiet.
Yeah, he was quiet. He was like, nah.
Nothing's wrong with turtle. I'm just joking.
I'm fine. Because I just wanted you to keep thinking I'm a turtle.
I'm disappointed you weren't there.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know it was
Okay,
going
you won't miss the next one.
Crystal and I spoke, but we didn't speak long enough
yeah, we
about
didn't
it.
speak.
It's not
Because
just Crystal. I could have told you about it. I forgot.
Yeah,
I
and
wanted
I
to take
knew
all
he
the
was
responsibility.
teaching yesterday.
Plus
And
the rain again yesterday. It's like after I went home, I'm going, that's
I
it,
didn't
I'm in.
think he would have come back because
I'm
it
in.
was raining pretty.
Yeah.
Who came? Greg did. Greg Winston came out for a quick minute and kind of hit the tables for everybody that he knew. And then he left. But who else? Mike was there, Alicia's husband, and then a couple other individuals who was there for the conference. They came with their husband
That's
and kid.
good.
Yeah, and we danced. We did the
That's
wobble.
You did
and
electric slide.
electric slide and all the things like that.
Nice.
Yeah, so we had fun.
That's
it was
good.
fun.
Well, there will be a lot of Christmas parties over the next few
Absolutely.
weeks or
I
so.
know.
So
You
you
got a
guys
party
are going
coming
to
up, don't you?
We got a
guys
part
are gonna be
actually.
busy.
Yes, speaking
You
of.
want to talk about it now?
So the Crenshaw Christmas Ball, the second annual ball, Carly, who owns the Crenshaw Yoga and Dance Studio, she, because there's just so much going on Crenshaw. So last year she reached out and asked, could we have she wanted to have a ball. So it was really nice last year. And so this is going to be the second annual. This time she got sponsors. So she got sponsors from the city of Los Angeles. She got the Metro Crenshaw Transit Project, Vermont Slauson,
They
Denny's.
sponsored?
Nice. Doolin's is donating the turkeys. And Marquise Harris Dawson, they're sponsoring, and West Angeles Church. So we got
nice.
sponsors, so we can all come. We definitely want you to come out.
Okay.
And my burlesque team, we're doing three
numbers.
performances.
Yeah.
So I've been in rehearsal for the last 3 days, for the last week or so with that. And the food, you remember the food from last year?
Yeah.
Oh, the food was awesome.
Is it going to be the
Food's
same
gonna
guy?
be awesome again.
Yeah.
Right now, if you jump on it, the tickets are $25 because they haven't been changed on the website. So and I have tickets as well.
Yeah.
And it's going to be on December 15th from 6 to 11 o'clock at 5426 Crenshaw Boulevard.
Same place, right?
Same place. And we're going to have both of the rooms this time because you're going to eat in one room.
Yeah.
And you're going to dance and we're going to sing Christmas carols. We got to sing. We got someone, a pianist, and we got someone singing. So it should be a lot of fun.
That's good.
So everybody should come on out too.
So are we going?
Yes,
Absolutely.
we are. Yes, we're
Crystal,
going.
our $25 tickets, please.
Yes.
Yeah, okay,
We'll purchase
we'll
them from
do.
you.
Because we're going to have a
Hold on
good
to two.
time. And y'all can come out again and see me, see us perform.
Yes,
Yeah, so
that's
we're
good.
excited. We got 2 new
You
performers.
guys are going to do a burlesque performance?
Oh,
Are
yeah.
you serious?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just,
Have you seen her in action yet?
Oh, yeah. I saw her the first time.
You
Was
said
it
I was
last
gonna
year?
say so,
Was it
yeah.
last year or the year before?
I didn't perform last year because
The-
I had just
what
started
was the year
taking-
before?
It was the last year was they did have the party and there was a performance, but I wasn't part of that.
Yes, you
performance.
were.
So the
There were
dance
3 of you
performances-
guys.
It wasn't me. Somebody looked like me. It wasn't me.
Dance performers are from 6 to 7 p.m.
Yeah. Or probably be more like 6:30 because we're going to give people time enough to come in. And then it's a reception. So that's the reception. But no, I just started performing this year.
Yeah.
My first performance was, so you haven't seen me before.
I probably seen you somewhere else, but, I thought it was there. But
Yeah, no, that's my first performance.
Very
but
good.
This will be my first performance with all these people.
Excellent.
Dawn has seen me perform.
Excellent,
She
excellent.
liked it.
Oh, yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah,
she's the cutest thing.
I know.
I love it. Everybody says that Crystal's like sexy, right?
Yeah.
Crystal's like so sexy. As a matter of fact, we were leaving someplace the other day and some guy was, where were we? When that guy was talking about how sexy you are.
Who was that at the gym?
Was it the gym?
It
We were
must
just
be
leaving?
when we were leaving together.
Hilarious. Some guy was calling her sexy. I was like, leave my Crystal alone.
Trying to mac on you, huh?
So now to see her do what she naturally, and she's so graceful.
Yeah.
It's just, like second nature. The other ladies are trying, and Crystal's just like, hi, I'm here.
Now,
And
mind
so
you,
tastefully dressed, too.
mind you, I was coming out of the gym, and this week in the gym,
Yeah.
Dawn has been no joke.
She wore
we
you
usually
out.
come in. In fact, Danielle said the other day, she's like, what happened to the treadmill?
We just took our games up a whole nother
Oh yeah, she took us up
Stepped it
a
up
whole
another
nother
notch.
Get
level.
ready for next year. I got some big plans for myself, and it's important for the people around me to look
Yeah.
the part as well. I need some,
Yeah,
I
she-
love Crystal.
She done taken us up. I did 10 sprints last week
Yes,
doing
at
5.2.
Oh,
now,
my
mind you, when
Lord.
Crystal first walked in, Crystal was like, I don't run. I said, okay. She started off walking.
Yeah.
By the end of the week, at the start of the next week, she was running at 3.5, maybe to 3.8,
my
then
Lord.
4.2. Now she's sprinting for 30 seconds at a 5.2, and she's getting it.
All righty
So
then.
I am super excited. So before, when she first came, the idea was to warm her up on the treadmill. Now the treadmill is after the workout. So we warm up on the floor. She stepped her game completely up. She didn't get a chance to start like Danielle and them,
Yeah.
months and months of. But I'm so proud of her.
That is
Yeah.
great.
So
That is
if
great.
y'all think she's sexy now,
So
Jesus,
just imagine
little
somebody walking up saying I'm sexy after
Yeah.
she done beat us down. We did, I don't know what that was. What were we doing? High knees and jumping
everything.
jacks and
She did everything. She
we did everything last
Mountain
week.
climbers. She did everything.
15
Time.
pounds, 20.
amazing.
What was that thing you made me do at 20 pounds?
She did squats with 20 pound weights in her hand.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
I
She
know.
did it for 30 seconds, and she had to do more than 25.
Girl, I'm proud of you.
I know. I'm proud of
So
me
they
too.
were hitting numbers like 40
Yeah.
and 30, and Yeah, Crystal's
I'm very
good.
proud
So
of
watch
you.
the transformation take place. I'm not letting her quit. She's gonna be my prized possession. We're gonna tweak her diet.
You're changing lives, girl. You're changing lives.
She is very, very good.
Yeah.
Anybody ask, and that's the first thing I say when they ask about Dawn. Dawn is so committed. She's what she's doing, and you really want people to succeed. She wants to see them make a change.
Right.
So sometimes, and she also recognizes with everybody that's there, we're all 8 different ages and different body types and different lifestyles. So she is in tune to everybody's lifestyle, which she tells us on a regular basis. I got to take care of 18 people, and y'all got to worry about one exercise. Remember it.
So are you documenting all of this throughout the journey so you can have all of that on tape?
Yes, I'm just. That's one thing I'm working with Crystal.
Yeah, she doesn't want to put it on
But
tape.
we're gonna get it together though. We're gonna get it together.
Because you want to see that before and after.
Yeah, I want to see the journey, the process.
Yeah.
If I can get the ladies to enjoy the process of it all. The process is fun because you're building character. You're building other areas of your life besides these muscles.
So
you're building
folks,
some discipline. You're building some tenacity.
We've got 3 coaches up here. You got a life coach over here in Dawn, who is phenomenal. She's taking people from one level to the next, and she's like a pit bull. She stays there. She doesn't give up on you.
I'm a gorilla.
And Crystal, she gets there. She coaches you. She mentors you also in finances. Your accounting, your bookkeeping, all of that good stuff. And on my side, I'm going to coach you on your business infrastructure, your certification, getting your business the way it ought to be so you can get contracts. So that's what we all do here on the Business Zone. So I really want you guys to tune in. Again, we got a phone number. If you guys have a story that you want to share that you think will be exciting here on the Business Zone, give us a call. Our number is 323-293-3375. I love to hear it. Crystal would love to hear it. Dawn would really love to hear it, so give us a call.
And coaching is important, everyone. It's easy. We could all say, I'm going to lose weight and I'm going to do this. But it actually is better when you have an accountability partner, especially when you're changing how you eat and changing your lifestyle.
Just like in business.
And just in business. And it's so funny the other day when we were doing the digital marketing class, and Armin, who is going to be our guest today, and we were talking about the different ways that you can create and the different types of blogs. And so a lot of people, they're thinking so linear, I'm going to just do my business. Yeah. Well, okay, but you can actually build your business externally by doing something that you really, really are passionate about, because then you'll stick with it. Right. But then the whole process of creating multiple streams of income is about knowledge and research, and you're building a platform because you got to be consistent about it. And that's one of the things that coaches do, besides bringing a wealth of knowledge based upon our years being in business, all of our previous clients, and the outcomes from those previous clients, and even sometimes the failures from those clients. That is, now we're bringing that to you so that you can make a change and really grow your business. So the value of a coach is more than whatever their hourly rate is. Mm-hmm. We create the hourly rate so that we can accommodate the people that we're serving. Right. But really, you're getting 3 to 4 to 5 times that amount. That is true. Right? That is true. So understanding the value of that, and I know with the 3 of us, if we're doing it, you're getting 150% of what we have to give. Yeah,
because because the clock stopped means we're going to stop working with you. We're going to continue. We're going to give you more than you actually need. Because sometimes when you're in a session, you really don't know how much of that is going to sink in, how much of that is going to really make you produce results. But we got to just feed you that information. And then, systematically, some of that will start seeping in, just like with you, for example. When you started out with a workout routine, you started doing certain things. You only wanted to do certain things. And then as you keep going, you start pushing yourself some more. So now you find yourself, you didn't want to sprint, didn't want to run.
I didn't want to run.
That's what a good coach does. That's what a good coach does. Because I'm on the outside looking in. Sometimes you can't see your talent. You can't see all of your ability because you're the person. I don't know if you read the book, How Champions Think. The young man who wrote the book is actually one of LeBron James' coaches. So LeBron James, being the best in the world, went to him. Said, he went to him and literally said, I want to be the best in the world. And he was already the best in the world. So if the best in the world feels as though he needed a coach, he went to someone and said, I want to be the best in the world. And they sat down and they talked. And so some of the best in the world got coaches in every area of their life. He has a coach for everything he wants to do. He has a coach that taught him the 3-point shots. He had a coach for this, had a coach for that. And they put the best out of you. So coaching is important. I have a coach. And I think I'm fine. So, anyway.
No, I think that's very, very important. And it's even for you, us, having a coach is great stuff. That's phenomenal stuff.
Because you're not going to push yourself as hard as a coach will. No. I go see somebody 3 days a week, and they pull the best out of me so I can come and pull the best out of my team. So it's nothing wrong with having a coach.
We all need people to keep us accountable because sometimes we slack off. We know that we're slacking off. Like there are certain types of food we're not supposed to eat. We eat it anyway. But if we have someone say, hey, then it will put you in check and make you start thinking about the results and the outcomes.
Now tell me, do you think you'd be running if I hadn't challenged you to run?
So my way of exercise was through dance because I do get a lot of cardio. But I mean, obviously everything is working differently. But I've never been a runner. I even a walker. Walking is not enough for my body to function.
And see, that validates my point that you know you're getting a lot of different things in different ways, and you never know which one is going to work because you're getting yours from dancing and some other stuff. But then once you start getting the running, the sprint, and all of, then you start seeing a combination of all of that. Start bringing you to the next level.
But what I want you to pay attention to is January 1st. When her exercise and her diet meet and they marry. Yes, we're gonna work some serious success here. Right now, I'm letting her kind of. But when she starts January 1st, hear me when I tell you this. So, bring my lips.
That was an order.
When her diet and her exercise marry each other. Oh, man.
So we haven't seen cuteness yet. Come January 1st.
It's on its way.
We're going to see cuteness.
Right now, I would say to get through these holidays, set your intentions on what you want to cut. Don't let December just go by the wayside. Decide which. I don't want to gain weight. Go into January strong. You follow me? So we're going to finish at the same weight. You're not gaining. I'm be weighing you too every week. You ain't gaining a pound.
No, I have, and it changes. And I hear, sometimes when you look at yourself, you don't know, right? But I do know that more people are coming. Like whatever you're doing is working, and that's when I go to places. When I go to RBD, they only see me once a month for the breakfast mixer, and they'll come up, and then your clothes. So the last night I wore a little dress that was very nice.
They never saw before.
So
come February,
a lot of compliments.
Come February 1st, when they see you after your January 1st awakening, then it's going to be different.
And I've been. I'll show you a picture when I lost weight a couple years ago before my mom died, and I was like right on point.
We're at the bottom of the hour, so we're going to go ahead and take a quick break right now. If you've been listening, I really would like you guys to participate. Give us a call here. Our number is 323-293-3375. That's 323-293-3375. You're on the Business Zone with
Crystal,
Dawn,
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. Take a break.
Hello, meet Larry. Larry is a general contractor. Larry is very good at his craft, but Larry has a very tough time managing his paperwork because he is busy taking care of his clients' needs. Larry just cannot find his important business documents when needed. Larry is also being passed over for bid opportunities from prime contractors because he is perceived as not ready. He doesn't know where his business license, certifications, insurance, and other key corporate documents are located most of the time. Lucy owns an auto body and collision repair shop and has been using a business management and procurement assistance program called Small Biz Pro to keep her business organized, business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready. Small Biz Pro is a 3-in-1 cloud-based business management, procurement, and market research assistance system designed to help businesses become business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready. It also provides back-office operation solutions for small businesses. Lucy is able to stay ahead of her competitors because she uses Small Biz Pro to manage her business daily. Lucy just clicks on Small Biz Pro from her tablet, mobile phone, laptop, or any internet-accessible device for data retrieval, and she's got it. Lucy introduces Larry to Small Biz Pro, and now Larry is more organized and can now find all of his documents and new bid opportunities in seconds. Larry now saves $120 in labor costs for each missing or misplaced document. Just simply go to your web browser and log into smallbizpro.net and register today for a limited 30-day free trial offer. Services start as low as $1 per day. Let's put the competition out of business. Small Biz Pro. If you stay ready, you don't need to get ready. Register now at smallbizpro.net and begin saving money. Email info@smallbizpro.net or call 626-533-1186.
Hey, it's Dawn Strozier of DS Fitness with your Get Up and Move exercise of the week, kettlebell swing. Now, when doing a kettlebell swing, you're moving through two positions, a strong standing plank and a hip hinge position, bending at your waist. Your knees are slightly bent and your back is in a tabletop position. Now, when you're hiking the kettlebell, you want to grab it nice and strong. Rotate your shoulders back to engage your lats. Now, slightly swing the kettlebell back and drive through your hips. There you have it, a kettlebell swing. A powerful full body exercise working all of your stabilizing muscles and your hamstrings, your glutes, and your quads. Now, for more Get Up and Move exclusives, go to getuperica.com or Dawn Strozier on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Hello, meet Larry. Larry is a general...
So we're back on the Business Zone with
Crystal,
Dawn,
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. And today we've got a very special treat for you. We've got a very talented guest that Crystal is going to tell us about today, and this guest will be very valuable to your small business. So you really want to check in. You really want to focus on what we're going to say to you today, because this will probably help to elevate your business and grow your business in 2019. So, Crystal, with that being said, who do we have in the studio today?
So we have Armin. So first of all, let's talk about what we're going to do today. Our show is going to be on marketing strategies. The topic today is Christmas time, and it is small businesses. What are your plans for your marketing plan for the holiday shopping? So we got two great guests. So we have a young lady that we're going to Skype in a little while, and she actually has created she has a blog, and she is collecting the number of Black-owned businesses so that you can do your holiday shopping there. So we're going to talk to Leslie Gear. But while we're gearing up to that, because she's a blogger, we brought this man has come to our community, and he has created this whole new little following. We have a movement going on, and he's teaching individuals how to create multiple streams of income using your digital marketing, which is your blogs, your websites, and generating income from that. So I thought that would be a great conversation today, because some of your Christmas shopping campaigns and promotions could be wrapped up, and that'll be a great way to start, because to me, it's always, if you have something that you're working toward, a carrot, so to speak, then you're more apt to stay with it, and then at the same time be doing something that's for the betterment of your business. So I would like to introduce Mr. Armin Santos. I've been working with him for the last 6 weeks, and it's been awesome. Dawn is working with him, and he just everyone says he has the secret sauce. So he's going to talk to us about the secret sauce.
Has it been 6 weeks?
It has. We started in,
yeah, it has.
I think September.
6 weeks.
Did we? I think it was
I
September.
think it has.
So
been.
actually, we're almost 8 weeks. We're gone into our 8 weeks.
Well, welcome to the Business Zone.
I
Thank you for
know.
having
So
me.
welcome. My ears are not working, so still. So I'm going to take mine off. So, Armin, thank you for coming out. And
Thank you for having me out here.
Tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and why small businesses would be honored to have your expertise to run their business.
I'm never prepared for these things. Okay, who I am. Well, we deal in. Oh, hold on a second. I think they're adjusting the cameras. There we go. Oh crap! There I am. Wait, when I stepped in, you guys were talking about your fitness goals.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, my goal is not to look like that in camera.
You look just fine.
If I'm going to be going on more of these podcasts, I have to realize that the camera adds what?
It
10,
adds 8
50,
right now, 8 pounds.
8 pounds.
Mm-hmm. Guaranteed 8 pounds.
Guaranteed
Depends
8
on
pounds.
The type of camera you have, but guaranteed 8 pounds.
Sometimes guarantees aren't good, are they?
No, they're
Not
not.
when it comes to that. It's not.
Unless you're guaranteed a win.
Yeah. So yeah, I've got to be. That's one of those
But
goals.
you look
I've got to
good,
be.
though.
Oh, thank you.
But don't worry, we're working together. We'll get you right.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
So it's been 6 weeks, and this is really weird.
Is
So
it too
tell
loud?
us a little bit about you. You know, what got you into this industry, and how that resource will be.
I
beneficial.
actually primarily consult for large organizations like colleges. Like I handle the mobile applications and some web consultation for California community colleges. Mm-hmm. And a lot of what we do there, it's adaptable to small business. And the funny thing about colleges is that a lot of times they do things because they're supposed to, not because they want to necessarily. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of what we do for them, they don't fully maximize. Yeah. And I wanted to do this for a group of people who would actually, really use what we do, plus benefit from it themselves. And so we look at small business, and we've been Crystal and I have been trying to figure out a way to adapt this to a scale that small business can go with and afford.
Yeah.
And the thing is that what we do is not really that. I mean, a small business can do these things themselves if given the right guidance.
Yeah.
And it's not as hard as they may think it is.
Well, the thing about small business, many of them are very good at their craft. So that's what they focus on a lot. Mm-hmm. The other areas, the other ancillary areas that they need, including myself, to build our capacity so we can function efficiently, we really don't have much expertise in that. So that's why we need folks like you, Crystal, Dawn, and myself, who specialize in certain areas.
Yes.
So, even though you say we can do it ourselves, guess what? We don't want to do it.
They don't want to do it.
We
Yeah.
don't want to do it. So we want to bring in experts like you to do it for us, and then, have us focus elsewhere.
That's true. And we're finding that, yes, there's some businesses that want that DIY approach. Mm-hmm. Others do want to have it fully done for them.
Right.
And, the reason why we're also starting with that DIY approach is because we want them to step in there and, see the lower cost version.
Yeah.
And experience what it's all about so they can make the decision, I should probably get these guys to do it for me.
Right.
Because a lot of times, a lot of small businesses aren't conditioned to realize the expenditures involved in their business. Mm-hmm. So, because a lot of people come into small business without a business background. Right. And so they walk in and they're thinking like, they don't realize that they have to spend money for marketing. Mm-hmm. They don't realize that they have to spend money for all sorts of things. Like in your case, with what you deal with, a lot of businesses don't even know that it exists. Right. That's right. Then they step in, they realize, what is. Yeah. And so we want to try to get them in the door, realizing that they could do, because a lot of times the price of things scares people off.
Yes.
Right.
That's the first thing they think about.
Yeah, is the cost. They don't realize that it's not a cost; it's an investment most times.
Right. Exactly. That's what it is.
Yeah. There's some times where things are a cost, but but there's some, like, marketing is definitely an investment. Yeah. And the funny thing is that especially for minority-owned businesses, like I'm Filipino. Yeah. And if you ever been to like a Filipino or a Chinese restaurant, you walk in there and it's all like family members working there because they're trying to keep their costs down. Yeah. And they don't invest in marketing. They're just trying to reach out to their own community without bringing in everybody else. Without getting too much into politics, is like when it comes to like the majority of, like, I guess, Caucasian restaurants, it's for everybody. Yeah. Now they market to all communities. But when you walk in a Filipino restaurant, you're challenged to find anyone who's not Filipino who's eating there.
Right.
Yeah.
right? Have you guys been to the
Yeah,
restaurant?
that's interesting. And I've always wanted to learn about that process, why it is that way.
Well, because it's okay. There's I don't know who the heck started first, but they always say that the most effective form of marketing is word of mouth, which is true as a percentage. As a percentage, word of mouth has a higher conversion rate than any other kind, right?
Right.
But the problem with word of mouth is that it's so one-to-one. It's small.
Yeah.
So even though you have a higher conversion rate, a higher percentage of turnout, I mean, for every 5 people that you recommend, the higher percentage would go versus seeing an ad, right? But how many people can you reach with word of mouth?
It's limited,
right? So even though the conversion rate's better through word of mouth, actual traditional marketing reaches more people, so there will actually be more people coming in using traditional means. Obviously, word of mouth is great, but you want to use traditional means to bring it. And the thing about those restaurants, the reason why they don't really market Filipino restaurants, that's an area that I know, is that they figure that a lot of times it's about the passion of the food. They don't think about making money from it. They think that if they build it, they will come.
Right.
Which is the same as websites. That's another funny thing.
Yeah.
When people establish websites, they figure they don't need to market them.
Right.
My product is so great that as soon as I put that sucker online, I'm going to be flooded with traffic, right?
That's so true.
But it's never the case in any business.
No.
Right. And most people think that it's word of mouth is going to get their website seen, but word of mouth isn't consistent enough.
Right.
When traditional marketing can use that approach of they get an email or they see it, the more they see it, they're likely to buy after the 3rd or 4th time of seeing it. When word of mouth, it may not travel to me consistently enough for me to say I've heard enough information to now buy, right?
Yeah, word of mouth works. I mean, strictly word of mouth marketing works with specific products. If you have a really high end product, if you're selling Ferraris, word of mouth is great. I mean, when I was involved in commercial real estate, word of mouth was everything for us because when the commission on a single deal was enough to set up most people for like the year, right? And word of mouth works there.
Right.
But when you're trying to in the class in the Wednesday workshops that we do, we talk about blogging primarily, and the way that most bloggers make money requires millions of visits per month.
Right.
Okay. Word of mouth is not going to millions. Word of mouth is not going to drive that.
Right.
Right. But okay, think about it. Okay, millions is a big sounding number, but how many people are online every day, every minute? Way like millions are on there. And why the online environment is so different than the physical one is that when you open up an Italian restaurant per se, do you want to open up one next to another one on the same street? No, right? Because you're going to take each other's business. Because people can only be in one restaurant at a time, right? And even if you've eaten in one, you're not going to go to the next because you're full, right? But online, it's different. A visit pays whether it's 5 seconds long or 25 minutes long. One person can visit.
I'm just going to be like visiting myself. Like,
yep. Do it. Definitely do that. But I mean, you guys have been on YouTube before.
Yes.
Right? You go on to YouTube and I know that's one single website.
Yeah.
But how many you go to YouTube to watch how to change a tire? 3 hours later, you're watching somebody popping pimples. It's 2 a.m. and
you're telling the truth.
Right? She's actually called Dr. Pimple Popper.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. She actually got a show out of just a couple of videos which is as gross as you can get. But she now has a reality show.
And she's an actual
on
dermatologist.
Dr. Pimple Pepper.
She's legitimate. And that's the funny thing is that the same, even the case, so we're going from video to video on the same platform, and YouTube is the single largest website on the internet, except for, of course, the Google homepage. But how many times have you tried to find something on like a piece of advice on a blog and ended up visiting several websites, right?
That's true.
I know that because I save them. Because when I see something, I want to go back, so I'll favorite it.
Yeah.
In a single session, I mean, like I would have visited literally sometimes hundreds of websites in a day.
Wow. Trying
to find something. Because it leads you to one. So I'm on one website because I'm trying to find a review on a fishing rod, right?
Right.
And suddenly, in one article I'm reading, and all of a sudden I see something interesting about shark fishing. But so I click on that. So I'm now someplace else. So you're constantly. I mean, one person can visit so many sites within an hour. Yeah, the internet's so great because people think that it's been around for such a long time, but it's really young. it's still a place where there's a lot of opportunity.
It's like mall shopping. You go to the mall and you look at, look at this. This is great. TVs. I like that. The next thing you know, you're looking at speakers. Then you're looking at something else. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with the internet.
Right, and you can get so distracted. But, we've been in the classroom, in our class, we've been looking at one of his clients, Pinch of Young, which is a food blog. And I know ourselves, we sit on that site for, 15 to 20 minutes, right? And so, they do about $150,000 a month. And that's been growing because it started out a small amount. And what did you say, 2000?
Well, the figures that we're looking at in the class is from the period of when they started till 20. It's a 64-month period.
Okay.
Right. And they've progressed in the beginning gradually, but always really with a good percentage jump up. Okay. It's a mom and pop. The funny thing is, when I first started showing the figures, which are also, if you go to the website, all that is available to view. But the thing is that people are thinking when they look at these figures that it's some big company. It's not. It's a mom and pop operation that just got bigger and bigger consistently over the years.
Right, which is amazing.
Wow,
that's very, very amazing. So, with the expertise and the techniques that you bring to the table, for a small business not knowing anything about this arena, this stage, how do you introduce it to them? How do you bring them in so that they don't feel that threatened? Because many small businesses, the internet is, whoa.
Oh, that's a funny thing. It's not for what we've been discovering. That's what's dragging them in because everybody knows that they have to find an online presence.
Right.
I mean, now if you're a business owner out there and you don't have an online presence, you've got to think about finding one. Because there's one guy, he's somebody I recently discovered. I want you guys to check him out if you can. His name is Producer Michael. I do not know this guy personally. He's on YouTube, and now has a website, and he goes by the YouTube name Producer Michael, all one word.
Right.
And he's a legitimate record producer. Okay, lives this crazy lifestyle. You go on his videos, and some people don't like these kind of videos. It's like they think it's a guy showing off. So it's a guy showing you well, I don't think he has Bentleys. He has, I know he's got a Rolls Royce Dawn. Oh, Dawn.
Dawn, yes, that is a new Rolls Royce. Dawn, it's so exciting.
You got to get one of those.
See me rolling down the street.
But I know he's got that, and he's got at least one Ferrari, and he's got the new Aston Martin. He's that kind of guy, but he's built up this career over time.
Yeah.
And he was doing a Q&A recently, and he's approaching YouTube right. He's approaching it the same way that a regular YouTuber approaches it, not like a movie star, not like a person. He's actually in his own videos. It's very, very simply done. And he was doing a Q&A because he's pretty inspirational for a lot of people on YouTube. And he was talking about getting into that. Somebody was asking about the recording industry. And I was always wondering, and I've only been looking at him a short time, what's a guy like this doing on YouTube? He's just look at his lifestyle, and he's somebody what's the guy like that doing on YouTube? And he's talking about how hard the recording industry is now, how hard it is to make money for artists. He was mentioning that the only real revenue source for artists now is live performances. Okay, things are changing because of technology.
Right.
Okay, so they're being driven into an area. There's the profits limited now, and I'm thinking that's why he's there, because he's seeing the profits dwindling in what he does for a living.
Right,
and he's trying to build his audience there while he still can. Right, so I look at that. I'm like, so if a guy like that is running into an online platform like YouTube, building up his own website, that's a sign that businesses are changing. And and that's the thing. So all these small businesses, they're excited to be there. They want to learn. They really want to understand what it is that they can be doing out there, and they're always surprised by what we tell them. They figure they're going to go on, they're going to go there, and they're going to sell stuff. That's what they're thinking. My online website, my website's going to be a store, right? But what we show them, the main sources of revenue aren't from people buying stuff. Okay, it's from traffic. You get your advertising revenue, and you don't have to click the ads. You just have to let them pop up. Right. That's one source. Another big source of revenue is going to be from affiliate marketing, which is kind of. Have you guys talked about that before here?
A little bit.
We touched on it quite a bit, yes. But
we talked about when I set it up on my site for QuickBooks, and actually I got my second Bluehost affiliate from one of the individuals in the class. So I'm going to use the money that from them buying their and you're one of them buying their host from there, then I can use that to buy snacks for everybody in the classroom. So it's but again, it's my first. So that was it. And you get a little message. You just got another $65.
Oh, really? That's what
popped up in your box.
Yeah, I mean, and it's really cool. I mean, like a lot of these affiliate a lot of the companies who do there's several kinds of companies that will engage in affiliate marketing that you can advertise for.
Yeah.
Some of them are like physical things, like you can do imagine selling glasses in affiliate marketing, right? Others like hosting know that it's a long-term product, and pretty much like here's what's funny: you're getting $65 on an affiliate link for Bluehost, right?
Right.
And what's the sale? $83.
$83.
How does a company make money if they're going to give $65 out of their 83? Right?
I was thinking that too.
But they know it's a long-term product. I mean, no one opens up hosting once.
Right.
Well, I mean, there are some people who open it once and because they wanted to try it and they never do it and they decide to cancel it. That's very rare. Most people will have microphone.
Okay. Yeah, right.
Most people will have the hosting unit year after year. On top of that, they're going to pay for other services as well.
So they feel if they pay $65 over here, then she's going to go out and tell people, "Oh wow, I just got $65." Others are going to go, "Wow, really?" They want to become an affiliate as well. So it's like the ambassador program. It's going to spread like wildfire.
And it's a digital product. It doesn't really have a hard. I mean, there is at the end some sort of a hard cost, but it's not like a physical product. You have to manufacture it. You got a warehouse. You got to ship it. It's
an intangible product, so it's there. And with us doing classes, and I do know that I signed up for Just Host, not Just Host, because that's the other host. It was another host company that I did. It may have been Just, and I had gone on to do a learn how to use WordPress. So one of the things the guy promoted throughout the entire webinar was, so now here's the link to go to the hosting company, get your domain name. So if he had which he did, I think he had about 1,500 people on a call. So in order for us to follow along, because this was a 8-week follow along course, so he wanted us to, just like we're doing, he wanted us to do, he told us how to structure and set up the WordPress. Right. Then we had to do our first post where you had to have a domain. So those 1,500 people purchased their domain from him because we were his captive audience.
Right.
And so that's the kind, so look how much money he made off of that.
Yeah. Right.
Now, there's another side to affiliate marketing. So what we're talking about now is affiliate marketing where you've experienced the product, right?
Right.
Now, there are people who have online stores, and this is really, really funny. You can actually, so imagine buying a domain for $83, right, with the hosting included, okay, and then using a platform like WordPress, or some people, you can use Shopify for this, okay, and creating an online store just packed with actual physical products that every time you click one, it takes you to Amazon to buy it. So if you, Gilbert, what's a hobby of yours? Something that you really like that has gadgets.
Gadgets.
Or anything that...
Well, tennis is one.
There you go.
And
you play tennis, Gilbert?
Oh, yeah.
Are you out there with Crystal?
No. But I love it.
Are you afraid?
No, I think Crystal does the female tennis. And
I don't know. There's some guys there.
No,
really?
There's
no difference in female and male tennis. Now, come on. Tennis is tennis. The same rules apply.
No,
you got to hit the racket the same way.
Is female tennis kind of like a male nurse?
I don't get it.
No, actually what it is, see, Crystal has these...
This is why he doesn't work out with us, because you work out. Girl work out.
Crystal has these students that she trains, and, they're all, young girls and all of that. So I figure that was all on the female side. So that's why I never got involved.
Oh, no.
I said we're going to meet you on Saturday.
We have our own coach. I don't teach anybody. I am out there with my own coach, learning to play tennis, and half is girl, half is guys. And then in each court, we got 12 courts. There's some kids doing their thing with their coaches. Then there's some other tennis players on the back porch
put me on the list.
playing the
I'm
game.
glad we cleared this up.
Yeah,
Right,
put me on the
exactly.
So
list.
in terms of the workout, there are guys there.
Yeah, okay.
It's not a girl's workout either. Trust me, they're doing burpees, they're doing
Okay.
squat presses, chest press, they're doing men exercises. Just in case you thought it was a girl thing,
Okay, put me
I
on
got
the
you
list.
covered.
Okay, I appreciate
Okay, so
that.
Gilbert, so you like tennis. Okay,
Yes.
so imagine
Hilarious.
setting up a website,
Yeah.
Gilbert's Tennis Source, right?
Yeah.
And you just stock it up full of the best, the shoes you love, or maybe even shoes you just read about.
Or
you know,
rackets.
rackets,
Yeah.
shoes, apparel. If you're one, I mean, all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
As long as you can find it on Amazon, you can put it on your store, right? Or any place else. Like, does anybody here juice at all? Like, or
I
use blend-
juice
you
all the time. Juice and blend. I do both.
What's your favorite blender?
My favorite blender?
Does it?
Well, the affordable one, I said the Jack-O-Lane. The blender would be a Magic Bullet. That's a blender. A juicer is the Jack-O-Lane, maybe.
Okay, so with a blender, say like, let's say not affordable. Let's say the higher end one, like
Ninja or something like
You
that.
get your Vitamix
Vitamix.
is super expensive. Okay, I've got a Blend Tech.
Okay, that's a good one.
Okay, now a Blend Tech, you can actually go to the Blend Tech website. Do you hear something?
That was my...
Oh,
Okay, there we go. You can actually go to the Blend Tech website, and there's an affiliate marketing link on the bottom of that. You can become an
Right.
affiliate for Blend Tech.
Yeah.
So depending on the product you're going to move, let's say you go onto Prince's site, right?
Yeah.
And you find out that Prince has a direct affiliate program. You can sign up with them, and some require approval, some do not. If you can't get signed up through the product, you can just see if it's sold on Amazon. If it's sold on Amazon, it's the Amazon approves everybody. It's guaranteed.
Yeah.
So you can have an entire online store completely filled with products. Some of it, when you click it, goes to the manufacturer. Some of it goes to Amazon. And every time somebody buys something, you get a little piece of that action. Like it's basically you're a broker. Affiliate marketing is like a broker.
So if they're buying, you have them go to your store. They buy from that, but it's coming from...
No. Actually, the second they click on it, they're on Amazon.
they're already on Amazon.
Oh.
It says buy now, click Amazon.
Yeah, so you put it, like I have an image of QuickBooks software, both the Mac and the desktop, the PC.
Yeah.
So they click it, it just goes directly to Amazon, but it's a HTML code so that
They know it's you.
and they know it's me. So anytime, so all of us actually, so, I recommend books all the time. So now I have books on, I have QuickBooks on. You should
You
do the
notice
same.
I'm smiling.
So
Right.
Gilbert,
And
like
Don-
some people are thinking
I'm
like,
in the process of saying
that sounds kind of sketchy. Who does that kind of stuff, right?
Everybody.
I challenge you. Go to Kourtney Kardashian's website.
Yeah.
Okay. This is I'm always talking about her in their class.
Yeah.
Never met her. Okay. I don't know her.
Yeah.
But when I know a lot of people who have a lot of kind of hate for the Kardashians because of like, why are they so famous for doing nothing, right?
Yeah, right.
But you have to look at what they're doing. You have to admire it.
Right.
Okay.
See, that's the thing. They look at the strategy and the techniques of generating revenues and wealth.
And they do it.
And they do it. A lot of us don't do that.
But it's all about doing it, right?
That's
So
it.
go to Kourtney Kardashian's website, and you go there, and really the whole thing is one gigantic lookbook about what she likes, and she has links to buy everything. So you go there, and it'll say what I wear to play tennis. That's an actual article. What I wear to play tennis, right?
Yeah.
You click on it, and all of the stuff she likes will pop up, and when you click on it, it just takes you to the store to buy it. It's all one. The whole website's one gigantic affiliate link.
Yeah.
Okay.
And boots, $1,200, $4,000.
Yeah, boots I'm wearing now, right?
Right, well, I'm wearing now. And so, of course, if she's catering to the fashionistas of the world, she didn't just co-sign it, right?
Yeah.
It's like Oprah co-signed, and that's probably what Oprah probably has an affiliate as well. Because whenever Oprah does Oprah gifts, I've noticed Whoopi now has Whoopi's gifts. So you go to ABC and you click onto the link.
Yeah.
And then it goes to, you're because they've already co-signed it for you.
Yeah, those are all affiliate. I mean, like in the old days, if you wanted to sell a product, you put your name on it, right? So like, actually, because affiliates marketing is still on the newer side, but in the old, who's a celebrity who branded their own stuff along? Martha Stewart.
Yeah, Martha Stewart.
Okay, that's the old days. I mean, if you wanted to sell a product, you wanted it to be your own. I mean, and so she private branded a lot of product. Nowadays, if Martha Stewart was just coming up now, she wouldn't be putting her name on stuff. She just affiliate linked a really high quality product.
Man, I'm loving what I'm hearing right now.
Oh, it's
and
awesome.
I want to hear a lot more. So we're at the top of the hour. Let's go ahead and take a break.
And when we come back, we will be joined. We'll join in with the young lady that's a blogger as well. And we're talking about holiday shopping and supporting Black-owned businesses. So
and we'll
this will be a great
all
conversation.
Of this together. I just, right now, I'm just feeling that we've got this thing right now.
Secret sauce, dude.
Yeah, it can take us to the next level. You see what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and take a break. You're on the Business Zone with
Crystal,
Don,
and Armand,
and Gilbert Buchanan. So we're gonna go ahead and take a break right now. We'll be back on the other side in 2 minutes.
Hello, meet Larry. Larry is a general contractor. Larry is very good at his craft, but Larry has a very tough time managing his paperwork because he is busy taking care of his clients' needs. Larry just cannot find his important business documents when needed. Larry is also being passed over for bid opportunities from prime contractors because he is perceived as not ready. He doesn't know where his business license, certifications, insurance, and other key corporate documents are located most of the time. Lucy owns an auto body and collision repair shop and has been using a business management and procurement assistance program called Small Biz Pro to keep her business organized, business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready. Small Biz Pro is a 3-in-1 cloud-based business management, procurement, and market research assistance system designed to help businesses become business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready. It also provides back-office operation solutions for small businesses. Lucy is able to stay ahead of her competitors because she uses Small Biz Pro to manage her business daily. Lucy just clicks on Small Biz Pro from her tablet, mobile phone, laptop, or any internet-accessible device for data retrieval, and she's got it. Lucy introduces Larry to Small Biz Pro, and now Larry is more organized and can now find all of his documents and new bid opportunities in seconds. Larry now saves $120 in labor costs for each missing or misplaced document. Just simply go to your web browser and log into smallbizpro.net and register today for a limited 30-day free trial offer. Services start as low as $1 per day. Let's put the competition out of business. Small Biz Pro. If you stay ready, you don't need to get ready. Register now at smallbizpro.net and begin saving money. Email info@smallbizpro.net or call 626-533-1186.
So we're back on the Business Zone with
Crystal
Don,
and Don,
Armand,
There
and Gilbert Buchanan. You're a small business paramedic. And just before we went off to a break, we were talking about affiliate programs. And this is really great, small businesses. This is something you really want to take a look at and pay attention to because this might help you to increase your revenue. So Armand, you were telling us a little bit earlier about how small businesses can use this approach in order to enhance sales.
Yeah, I mean, not just. Okay, this is getting. My left one's out. Hold on.
Is it out? Yeah, I don't know what's
Just
going
toggle on the wire a little bit.
It's over here.
Yeah. Okay, there we
go.
Yeah, there you go.
no, that's him right here. He's here.
me.
That's me.
Oh, this is mine.
Just toggle on.
Okay, well, I can deal with it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I mean, it's not just a way for a small business to. I guess it's a way that you can increase revenue if you didn't have that source before.
Right.
So let's say if you're a small business who already has an online presence, right? Most of those small businesses use their online presence to market what they do.
Right.
right? And I think that a small business has to look beyond that. They have to look at all the ways they make money online.
Yeah.
Right? Why have something and only use a small fraction of its capability?
Yeah.
Right? So on a website, you know, a lot of people want to target their audience. They want to bring traffic into the website, but they only want to bring people in who can buy or consume whatever it is that they're doing, right?
Right.
Okay. Why not just bring in as many people as you possibly can and make money from that site in other ways, right?
So let me ask you this, and you know, this is great.
Ooh, I can hear better now.
Can you hear it?
There we go. Okay.
So I'm going to paint a picture for you. So my product is called Small Biz Pro.
Yes.
It's a software, business management software that helps businesses, you know, to organize their business. So let's say I wanted to do what you just described. So I'm going to become an affiliate of Amazon, but then my store will have like bookkeeping software. It would have what else?
Well, see, but that's the question.
Computers.
See, but why limit it to that? See, you're okay. So I was looking. So you're a small business pro, right?
Yeah.
You build yourself as the small business
paramedic, right?
There you go. Okay. So that being the case, you can have content that touches upon all aspects of being a small business.
Right.
So that way you can draw in anybody who would like to be in business.
Right.
Right. So it broadens your base of potential traffic.
Right.
See, so if you're trying to target specifically people who are already in business, and in fact yours is a little bit more niche, right?
Yes.
So you want to try to get a bigger base. So you can post articles about all sorts of topics regarding small business. Corporate structure, like you can have a blog,
exit
blog
strategy.
Article. I mean, that's a little bit more niche as well, because the word exit strategy doesn't mean anything to a person who's not in business yet. Or if a person is thinking about getting into business, an exit strategy is probably their last thing that they're thinking of.
Well, they probably don't understand it, so that might be the last thing.
Correct.
But it's supposed to be the first thing you think about when you start a business.
Yes, but if you want to try to attract someone who's never been in business before, you want to try to put out topics, which brings us to another thing we talk about.
So you're talking about blogs. So he was asking about the store. What kind of stuff would he have in his store?
No, but the thing is that if you want to have a really well-performing store, you need traffic, and in order to get the traffic, you need to do
stuff in there.
content that attracts a lot of people.
Stuff in there that they
So you got to go
content
through initial steps to build up the content so you can draw the traffic.
So, for example, let's say we say business license. We want to put something about business license. Then they want to know, okay, where to get the business license. Is that one of the things? That
you know what you do? Okay, so have you ever heard of keywords?
Yes.
Okay, keywords are a phrase used a common phrase that pops up when you talk about search engine optimization.
Yeah.
That's the process by which you structure your site and the articles to bring in traffic. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to find out when a person's looking up small business, what are they looking for?
Yeah.
Okay, and that will inform how you structure your blogs. Right. So if you find out that people are looking up online lifestyles, right?
Yeah.
Why do people get into business for themselves primarily? I mean, that's actually a question. To you, why do they do it?
Well, a lot of them get into business, one, because they say they want to be their own boss.
Okay, that's a big thing.
The next thing is they want to make unlimited revenues. They don't want to have any restrictions.
Okay.
Some people get into business because they can't get a job.
Okay.
So they figure, hey, if I get into business, then at least I can have some revenues coming in. So that plus a whole lot of other things.
A lot of time, the primary reason why I find that people want to get into small business is typically it's centered around income. Either they want to create more income than they have currently by adding to what they do. So maybe they want to do a small business on the side while they're doing the regular 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Other times they have their own business, but they want to expand it out, so they want to get in other areas.
Yeah.
So if that's what they're searching for, you want to put out content that addresses that. Make more money. See, so there's a whole niche on YouTube and in blogs. It's the make money online niche.
Yeah.
It's like the MMO. And you get some really ridiculous stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, people making crazy claims, right? I try to make my content realistic. So I don't show a lot of the crazier ones because there are people making insane amounts of money online.
Yeah.
Right. I show the examples sometimes, but I don't talk about how much they make because it's just unfathomable. Right. But there are people out there using. Have you ever seen those? One of them is Constant Contact. Constant Contact is an email marketing service, right?
Yeah.
Okay. there are products that you can sell through email marketing services like that. Like, for example, if you want to do a series of videos, training videos, like how-to videos, like how to, I don't know. I know of one person who did a whole video series of how to use Excel, believe it or not. It's, the most mundane thing, right?
Yeah, but it's a big marketplace for that.
Yes, but because of the marketing system he used a system. This is something I was looking into. He used a system that's similar to Constant Contact, but specifically designed to market how-to webinars. It's called Market Hero, and the guy who owns that is semi-controversial because he's on YouTube. And I don't want to curse. He kind of comes off as a jackass.
SOB. He's an SOB.
Wait, is jackass a curse?
It's all right. We're
good. Okay.
We're on we're online.
Yeah, he kind of comes off that way. But the thing about him is that he's a very effective marketer.
Yeah.
And he's an effective marketer because he's not afraid to offend the people that don't matter to him in marketing.
Right.
See, so like, in part of our class, we talk about when we talk marketing, you can't be afraid to offend that small percentage that doesn't matter to your bottom line.
Yeah.
So long as what you're putting out there connects with the bigger percentage that does matter to you. Right. And this guy who owns Market Hero is pretty good at offending the people who don't matter to him. Right. But the people who like his message.
Yeah.
Okay. So his product, it's a pretty relentless email marketing program that can take a person making a video about Excel and make them $1 million.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't talk about that kind of stuff in class because that's number one. The numbers are kind of, they're big, and we don't want to talk about those kinds of numbers because we don't want people expecting to get that immediately. And secondly, in order to use products like that, you have to have more of a business background, more of a business mindset.
Right.
And our guys will eventually get there. But sometimes, some people are afraid in our class of sending too many emails or sending too many. If you're doing your own Instagram, would you do let's say 5 to 10 images a day?
If I need to, I could do that.
You could do that, right?
Yeah.
Some people don't want to do that because they feel like they're going to turn off people.
Right.
It's like they say, and a lot of people can't look at things outside of their own perspective.
Right.
They're like, oh, if you send out 5 a day, if I received 5 a day from one person, I would not follow them. I would just, because that's how you are as a user. But you want to be able to, because for a business, it makes sense.
Well, see, the rule of marketing is people tend to, when they get stuff a lot on a frequent level, they tend to respond to it after a while. They say you have to do 7 tries before someone really pays attention to it.
Yes.
So you're going to send them something, then you send them, then somehow they're going to go, you know what? Maybe this is important. Let me take a look at it. Yeah. Or maybe at that time in their life, they really need to do something similar to that, and they go, you know what? Maybe this is God sent. Let me go for it.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah, that's why marketing is so different than the way a regular person thinks in their everyday life. Because people a lot of times people can't separate their own personal life from their business life.
Yes.
That's what we try to get people past.
Yes.
Right. Exactly.
But
we want to bring in our guest, Leslie.
Oh, is she here?
Yeah, is she on Skype, Laurent?
Yes, I am.
Hi, Leslie.
Hey.
How are you?
How are you?
Good. Welcome. I don't know. Are you listening to us?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So we're having a lively conversation about affiliate marketing and shopping, and that's what we're going to bring you in because I know you created a blog this year, right?
It was last year, but it was the later part of last year.
Okay, so let me introduce you guys to Leslie, and then she's going to join us in this conversation. And actually, what Armin has can even take you to another level. So,
I was thinking that.
Yeah, okay. So she started her blog a little over a year ago with the purpose of encouraging people to explore the vast offerings of Black-owned brands to find products that work for them. Her focus is on brands that sell online for a variety of reasons, and her aim is to make it easier for people to find specific products by providing an A to Z directory on the site and her blog posts, and by using blog posts that provide information of where they can find specific types of goods, some including babies' onesies, cardigans, shawls, and ponchos. The links are below, and so she gave me. So her motto is, I do the legwork so you don't have to. So
nice.
I met her online last year, and this is the time of year that I'm really focusing in on us supporting our Black-owned businesses or Black-owned products and brands. And so I happened to run across her directory, and so I start amass.
How did you find it?
I was searching for it. So I was searching for brands
something similar to it,
right? And so I was going through different websites.
So were you on Google?
Of course I was on Google. Google is like the best. And so I actually ran across her directory. So I really pushed it out last Christmas. And now this year, I don't know if, Leslie, did you have the blog last year as well? When I found you?
When I started with a list.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, and then I created the blog later because it's, takes time to create the blog. And one of the reasons I did, because I see all of these lists where you have these Black-owned companies. And then when I want to buy something, I'm thinking, where is that list again?
Right.
But then as I was going through it, I realized that it's not just having the company, which is the first start, is who offers what I'm looking for at the time that I'm looking for it. So I started doing legwork for myself, starting with makeup primer and remover, because I had this entire list of Black-owned beauty brands. But as I'm going through them, I find that maybe a third offer makeup primer and remover. So it took me a while to just go through the sites to find what I was looking for. And then I wanted to compare and contrast to kind of figure out, well, which of these products will work best for me. And that's when I started really thinking about blogging versus just creating a directory so that people wouldn't have to do the legwork, because if they weren't determined to find, makeup primer and remover from a Black-owned company, they may just go, where they can just pull it off the shelf. So,
Leslie, I remember this list that you put together, and you sent it to us last year, and we were talking about it. We were promoting you on the show as well. And I want to welcome you to the Business Zone. We were hoping we could have you here in person, so the audience could see you in person, but we'll accept what we get right now. Now,
maybe next time.
Yes, definitely. Now, and I think we all think you're doing a great job in what you do, putting this list together and doing the blog. Now, there's a movie out right now. I think it's called The Green Book. Is that it? Green Book? With a Black musician, the pianist.
Yeah, I saw
the movie. Guy's great.
Phenomenal.
Okay, so what they did in that movie is very similar to what you're doing. Like back in the day, when another Black person was trying to find a Black establishment or a Black entrepreneur, they couldn't find that anywhere. But secretly, it was in that Green Book. They put that Green Book together with all these Black entrepreneurs. That's what this movie is about. So, like, you need a soul food place to go. You wouldn't know about it until someone tells you, hey, check out the Green Book. There's this place, this soul food place. And that's how we know these things. So you're kind of taking this to another level, which is amazing.
And and it actually was a physical book.
Yes.
And it was for when you traveled through the South.
Yes.
So you would know what was safe for you to go to, and that would accept you.
Exactly.
And so in the movie, because I saw the movie a couple of weeks ago, which is absolutely, he specifically found a white driver.
Yeah.
So, and the white driver would get to stay at the nice hotels, and he had to go to wherever places. But in the Green Book, it's kind of like the directory and the resource guide as well.
Yes.
Where do I find the establishments and the businesses that will allow me to eat and come there and drink?
Yes.
Because the white companies, the white places,
they wouldn't allow them.
And they wouldn't feed him. And so when he was traveling and doing his concert performances, he may be on the other side of town while his driver was over at the white establishments, and he could sleep there, but he couldn't do there. Until eventually the driver's like, well, we're not going to stay on the other side. I'm going to stay right there with
Exactly.
you so that I can protect you.
Right.
So that he could, so that's what happened. But yes, that's exactly
Yes.
the purpose of the Recycling Black Dollar
Yeah.
resource guide and what you're doing for Christmas. Because the biggest comment that you get when you ask, have you supported a Black-owned business? I don't know where to find them.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
And I
That's
think
true.
I think you teaming up with Recycling Black Dollars will be a good partnership with your organization as well as the Recycling Black Dollars.
Leslie.
Is Leslie local?
Leslie?
Riverside.
Hi,
Riverside.
I'm Dawn Leslie. I just wanted to know, was I on your list? And if not, go ahead and put me down. Congratulations on your business.
Whenever I find them, especially if they're businesses that represent something that I don't have, and even if I have it, I include it because my goal is really to provide the information, and I call it Shop with Leslie.
Right.
So I want people to know that it's here for you to shop.
Yes.
I'm not here, to pick out your gifts, although I could.
Another business.
There you go.
Know where the goods are to make it easier for people to do their own shopping. Because I think in doing so, they'll be more likely to shop Black-owned.
Yes.
And Leslie, what's your website address?
Shopwithleslie.blog. It's a WordPress site.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So now, Armin here, and if you've been listening to the conversation, and we're doing these series of digital marketing classes, but in addition to that, Armin, he creates and develops a mobile app. So I think you might, and Recycling Black Dollars is going to do it, and I think that might be something you might be interested in doing as well, because again, most of everybody look at their blogs and their and websites and search for everything through their smartphones.
Yes.
So this would give you, and then Armin's going to talk a little bit about all of the things that a mobile app can do for a business, which would be perfect for Christmas. If people had a mobile app right now, they could be sending out SMSs. I got a sale going on. Get this great gift basket. Here's this campaign or a competition or a contest that we're doing, so that you would be increasing and you're getting in people's faces through something that they look at 24/7.
Right.
Yes.
Leslie, in your drive to build out your website, are you discovering that there's more Black-owned businesses in Riverside than you thought there were?
Well, I focus on vendors, and I live in the Inland Empire. I don't live in Riverside.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. My
But
bad.
I focus on businesses that sell online. And the reason is because when you live in a suburb, as I do, there's not, a lot of Black-owned businesses. And even if there were, they may or may not have what you're looking for. So it's not limited to a particular area. It has Black-owned businesses primarily in the United States, but in the diaspora as well.
Oh, I see. Okay, so this is really focusing more as it's an online scenario. So you're okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking the mobile app would be great, because she could just create her links and they could advertise to her mobile app. Very, very similar to what we're talking about.
For sure.
And that way you would be generating revenue as well. I think I did see there is a membership fee that you have.
Not for the blog itself, but I recently created a premium content section. And that is paid access because, as you were saying, we need a way to monetize this because I do pay for the blog every year and I do some promotions on social media. But the premium content section is specific. So I created a buying guide where you can find 1,000 Black-owned branded products for $25 and less. And I divided them into lists. So you have maybe 200 plus gifts in various categories for $10 and less, a couple hundred between 10 and 15, and about 500 gifts links from Black-owned brands for between 15 and 25. And the reason I did that is because I know a lot of people shop on a budget. And I wanted to be able to provide that information. But it took a long, time to do it. And I actually want to add information about sales, because I'm going through the companies on my list all the time as I'm blogging, and I think, that's a great sale. Somebody should buy this. So I want to start doing that probably later on this month into next year as well, just to broadcast that you have sales in specific areas.
So tell us a little bit more about that sale, Leslie. So, for example, a business like mine, management training and development, what type of sales would you see and would send my way? How would that work?
Well, I should say I only focus on products. So,
Okay.
the directory, swimwear, activewear, clothing, timepieces.
That's good to know.
But you do have a product.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
small business.
as I go through the sites, I may be preparing for a certain blog. I see that they're having a great sale, but I haven't really, focused on that. I have primarily focused on where to find ponchos or whatever it is I'm blogging about. But I think there might be interest in sales, as there is with sales at brick and mortar stores. So in the premium content section, I will focus on particular things like maybe activewear or timepieces, and have a theme per month to say, here's where you can find a great sale on watches or whatever it is I'm focusing on.
Okay.
And yes.
Leslie, I'm curious, how are you driving traffic to your blog?
I become more active on social media. I've joined a lot of Facebook groups and some other Black-owned social media platforms. And I've also promoted the blogs too, like on Facebook and Twitter. And so I've been able to I've only been, doing this for a little over a year, but I think I've had this year maybe about 16,000 views and maybe about 12,000 visitors.
Excellent. It's great. We're looking at your site now.
So now what we've been doing in our class, so you've driven traffic and you got about 16,000 views. Mm-hmm. So what we're talking about is creating your blog so it too can generate revenue. So you while you have your the catalogs and the products and where they can be found, you could actually create ads that are generating along the top and along the side and on the bottom, which then every time someone comes to your site and you're driving the traffic there, then you're making money as well. So what we've been talking to our classes about is you're making upwards to some people are making upwards to $60,000 to $70,000 a month just on driving that traffic to their blogs or sites.
And Leslie, are you posting new blog? How often do you post new blog articles?
About twice a month. I probably need to improve it. I'm going to aim for 3 times a month next year. One reason was because I decided to give additional information on Patreon, and that was taking longer. But I didn't really get any sponsors from that, so I dropped that aspect. And I think it'll be easier for me to make, therefore, 3 posts a month. Okay. And I always update the post. So, whenever I make an update or 2, I might wait until 2. I may, respond, because I have a Facebook and Twitter following to say that this has been updated, and then I post in all my groups.
Are you guys familiar with Patreon?
Yes.
Yeah, he's talking about.
Okay, all right.
Wait, Gilbert, do you know what Patreon is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've visited the site before, and I got pretty excited about it one time, and I try to get it included in what I wanted to do, but then it just phased out.
Well, as Amran will tell you, there are 5 ways to make money using digital marketing and online. And
Five primary ways.
Primary ways.
Let's talk about it on the other side of the break. So we're at the bottom of the hour. Leslie, stay online. We really want to continue talking to you. We're going to go ahead and take a break right now, Leslie. So for those of you who are listening to the show or viewing the show, we're talking about some great stuff that can help you guys to elevate your business, grow your business. And just give us a call, 323-293-3375, 323-293-3375, and join the conversation. You're on the Business Zone with
Crystal,
Dawn,
Armand,
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. Take a break.
Hello, meet Larry. Larry is a general contractor. Larry is very good at his craft, but Larry has a very tough time managing his paperwork because he is busy taking care of his clients' needs. Larry just cannot find his important business documents when needed. Larry is also being passed over for bid opportunities from prime contractors because he is perceived as not ready. He doesn't know where his business license, certifications, insurance, and other key corporate documents are located most of the time. Lucy owns an auto body and collision repair shop and has been using a business management and procurement assistance program called Small Biz Pro to keep her business organized, business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready. Small Biz Pro is a 3-in-1 cloud-based business management, procurement, and market research assistance system designed to help businesses become business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready. It also provides back-office operation solutions for small businesses. Lucy is able to stay ahead of her competitors because she uses Small Biz Pro to manage her business daily. Lucy just clicks on Small Biz Pro from her tablet, mobile phone, laptop, or any internet-accessible device for data retrieval, and she's got it. Lucy introduces Larry to Small Biz Pro, and now Larry is more organized and can now find all of his documents and new bid opportunities in seconds. Larry now saves $120 in labor costs for each missing or misplaced document. Just simply go to your web browser and log into smallbizpro.net and register today for a limited 30-day free trial offer. Services start as low as $1 per day. Let's put the competition out of business. Small Biz Pro. If you stay ready, you don't need to get ready. Register now at smallbizpro.net and begin saving money. Email info@smallbizpro.net or call 626-533-1186.
And then our community's hurt from it.
So we're back on the Business Zone with
Crystal,
Dawn,
Armand,
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. And we're talking about something excellent here today, talking about marketing online.
right? So you're when I remember when we went away to commercial break, we were saying, the internet or the online is an equalizer, and it is. So in some aspects, yes, you don't need to know who is on the other side of the product base, but for us, we have to, because of the fact so much of our consumer dollars go outside of our community, and it's reflective in the community. We have no doubt. We have no power. Whereas that $1 trillion could be our power, right? We could mandate what laws took place when it involved us. We could demand that we build schools and housing, and because we have $1, we got $1.3 trillion, right? So if you go to the Asian communities, you see that they support each other, and yes, that's a small dynamic, but they build their own schools, they have their own banks, they have their own ways so they can support their own and create their own businesses. And through, in fact, the Asians Foundation actually supplies the business loans to their individuals that are coming to start their business. We don't have that. We go to a bank. We get the least amount of loans to start businesses than any other ethnic group in the country. So whereas we get, and this is numbers that's documented in the SBA, that in 2014 they actually awarded 20 loans to black-owned businesses, whereas they awarded 200 to Hispanic-owned businesses. And then they came back the next year and said, "Oh, well, we've increased it by 15%."
58%?
50. No,
50%.
No, 40%. And that literally meant that it went up to 43 loans. But they used a percentage. So I have a big problem when they talk to us about percentages, because let's calculate that into real dollars, into real numbers. So if you tell me 25% of the housing is going to be allocated to African Americans and it's going to be affordable, what does that really mean? If you got 400 units, then that, or 200,000 units, you mean you're really only going to offer 15 to us, right? That's what I want to hear. I want to hear the real number. Because it sounds impressive. So that's why, and that's why this is a game changer, because it can increase the numbers, but as well. So the other part of that is an education mindset piece. So as they start making their tens and 20s and 30s of thousands of dollars, now let's put that back into our community. Because that's $30,000 you wouldn't have had with your own business. Exactly. You can grow your business. You can employ people in your community. Now you're helping feed some other people. So it's like a trickle-down effect.
Right.
And that's the reason behind it.
Do we still have Leslie?
Leslie, are you still here?
Yes, I am.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
So that's kind of the incentive behind why we have, and you would think we wouldn't have to do this, but obviously RBD has been around for 30 years, so obviously, and Leslie went out to search. Now, I will say this, since Trump has been in office, it's actually been a good thing for us, because we have galvanized to realize.
Rewind that? What was that again?
I know. So let me tell you, ever hear me say that, guys?
Good and Trump in the
That will be played out of context for a long time after this.
Is because now we are starting to unite. So her list has grown. Would you say that, Leslie?
Yes.
And because more and more of us are creating products and services online, and we're even marketing better on Instagram and Facebook than we were. I'd say I've been doing RBD or involved from the as a co-director for the last 10 years. And most of them were were brick and mortars, but they're small. They're smaller than small. If you go into our brick and mortars, we don't have enough product. It's more expensive. There are certain places. Atlanta is amazing in this space, but it was a conscious mindset effort.
So Leslie, my company is not on your list, I'm sure. So I really want to get my company on your list, and my product, Small Biz Pro, will definitely be on there. I'll also gift you a copy for yourself so you can use that to run your business. And once you put this product on there, you can become a part of our affiliate program where you get 20% of every sale, every item that you sell through your means. Okay? But after that, and that's up to a year. You get 20% up to a year. Now, what I'd like to do is to discuss with you how you can do this on a larger scale, and we can increase a percentage for you.
Okay. I'm looking at having sponsors next year.
Okay.
So I think that's one thing I want to do.
Yes.
More so than advertising, and that might come back to bite me. But my concern about that is the mixed message that my users might get. For instance, if like a large retailer that maybe competes with the brands that I have on my site, is advertised on the site. And I'm not sure exactly how ads work, but I think there might be people who want to be sponsors for the site.
That wouldn't be a problem at all.
So, Aaron, you want to explain to her how ads work?
Leslie, okay, so the way the ads are going to work in the most common sense is that the ads that you find on your site, they're all tied to the computer that's looking at your site. So if you're surfing, have you noticed that? Have you ever been on other sites and you see the ads or the things you've been looking at?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how the ads are going to work on your site. So they're directly tied to the searches of your consumers, right? Okay. So that's how. So if they're looking for something specific, that's what's going to pop up. Like in my case, since I'm a consultant, I look at a wide range of things, and so a lot of times the ads that pop up on my computer don't really reflect what I'm personally interested in. But for most people who are not doing what I do, the ads are very, very personal. Okay. So that's how the ads work. So like in my case, well, there are some ads that are there because that's what I'm into, because I'm into food. And so I do get ads for food companies. Like I always get, for some reason, Hillshire Farms keeps popping up. So I guess I must like Hillshire Farms. But recently I did a site and a marketing plan for a high-end vacation company, and I've been getting tons of ads for places like the Four Seasons and Miraval popping up. So your ads for your consumers would be based on their searches.
Okay.
So which means that if those are coming to your site looking for anything in your category, so if they're looking for headwear or cosmetics, so that means that and as they search through that, so then as they're doing that, looking for those ads, then makeup and cosmetics and clothing, that is going to start generating ads on your site. Okay. And they don't have to click on the ads. You get paid just for them merely being on your site.
Yeah, and the thing about your site is, whoops.
What's the matter?
Having a moment.
Having a
happy moment. Dream it.
Donna's calculating.
Donna's having a moment. So I mean, like
sponsors though.
So the thing about being on your site, they're specifically there because they want to support Black-owned businesses, right? So you can actually even make that something that you talk about in your blogs. Because the ad providers don't really care if you are convincing people to not use them. They're not going to be able to ban you from having ads. So you can actually talk about that. How the revenue that the ads generate for you helps you to bring the consumers this information, right? Like please let the ads pop up. Don't click them. You can actually say something like that on it.
Oh wow! But what about having sponsors? Do you think that's a good idea?
Well, the way sponsorship works. So how do you see a sponsor? Like what is your view of their role? How they interact with you and your clientele?
Well, I see them as having prominence on the site because I do have people coming to the site who are looking to buy Black-owned. And I know that I could have a sponsors page like I've seen other bloggers do, and I could give the sponsors prominence on the individual pages like activewear or swimwear or jewelry, and on the blog posts that focus on products for which they sell.
Okay, so so in a case like yours, a sponsor would work like this. They would want to sponsor. Okay, so when they sponsor, they typically sponsor the posts themselves. So you'll get like what's a potential sponsor for you?
Well, I don't want to name names and put anyone, but let's say Black-owned makeup company A.
Okay, so what'll happen is that when you get a sponsor, usually what'll happen is they'll negotiate a certain number of posts for them. And so you'll write an article regarding makeup, and it'll be all about their makeup.
Could they write the article?
No, your audience wants to see what you think about it. See, if they wrote the article, it would just be an advertorial now. So let's say, for example, let's take a flip and let's call it. Let's say that Land O'Lakes Butter was going to sponsor a post for you, right? So Land O'Lakes would expect you to come up with a recipe that uses their butter, and because your audience wants what the audience wants is authenticity. So they want to see what you really feel about the product. because if the sponsor is creating the whole post, it's an ad. Right. The audience doesn't want to be sold ads. If it's a sponsor, they want to know that it's a sponsor because you like their product. Right. So that's how because remember, the majority of people shopping online right now, a lot of them are millennials, and millennials have this thing about authenticity. Right. So that's the danger of sponsorship. Some brands who have sponsorship constantly, they start to lose traction with their audience because the audience thinks, they only have these people on because they're paying them.
So, for example, if you have jerk sauce on your site, and you can write a blog, if you can write a blog on how you can take that jerk sauce and make jerk chicken, then that would be a good thing, right?
What you should take a look at is, like, a good example is, and this is a really commercial example, but look at Kourtney Kardashian's website. And her whole website is an affiliate marketing link, but she recommends products, and she probably uses them, and so that's what your audience wants to see. They want to see that you use something, and that's why they're your sponsor, because you like it.
I do not want us to miss the opportunity to talk about the 5 secrets, the 5 ways to build money online.
Yeah.
I don't want us to run out of that time. I need to know that. Our listeners need to hear that.
Yes, I want to hear it.
I don't want us to forget.
What are the 5 ways?
For it, Don.
Okay. And Leslie, this is going to be very helpful to you, too, because you are running a blog. First off, a blog is a website. And so just the difference between a regular website as we see it and a blog is that a blog is updated frequently. That's the only real difference. Yes. Okay. And a blog is updated in the form of posts instead of pages. That doesn't mean a lot to a lot of people right now, but let me just say that. Okay, so the 5 ways that most of these sites make their money. Number 1 is going to be through advertising. Some people don't like the feel of ads, right? But you'll change your mind when you see how much they make.
Yeah, right.
But how many people came to the Wednesday class and said, "Oh, ads, I hate ads." Yeah. But then when they found out how much the ads make, they're like, "Oh,
I love ads."
Right? Okay, so ads.
How do the users feel about ads?
Well, that's the thing. They're conditioned for them, right? You don't want to look at how you feel about them. Remember, when you're in business, you don't look at anything from your perspective. You look at it from your audience perspective, right? And so when you look at the audience, you don't try to find the ones that match how you think. You want to look at the bigger number. How do most people think about them? And so there's a thing called banner blindness. Have you guys heard of that term before?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Banner blindness and ad blindness. There are certain spots on a page where ads will appear. And typically they appear in the banner section, the very top going right across, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Those are banners. Banner blindness is the phenomenon where people completely ignore that section of a website because they know an ad's there.
Yeah.
Right? And for a person running a site, banner blindness is a wonderful thing, right? Because they're going to ignore that, but you're still going to get paid.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, but on the flip side, that banner blindness phenomenon also makes people ignore hero images on a web, like the top of a website where you get like a nice image of your business, right? If it keeps scrolling by, if it's a what's it called? If it's like a gallery that scrolls through, then people connect that with ads and they ignore that too.
Right, exactly. And actually, we're kind of conditioned to them because if you're on your cell phone, you got ads popping up all the time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And if you're on YouTube, you truly have ads. You could be listening to a show, and in the middle, every 10, 15 minutes, it's nonstop, and you just have to listen and skip and listen and skip and listen and skip. So,
but a big part about being in any business, whether it's online or it's physical, I mean, you have to understand your market. Right, and I'm looking. I can't see Leslie right now. Can we take a look at her? I can't tell anybody's ages. Okay, so I'm going to apologize if I'm mischaracterizing you. None of us are millennials, I don't think.
No.
Excuse me.
You're not a millennial,
but primarily no.
Okay, primarily. Sorry, Don. There you go. But see,
except for Don.
See, so people on the I don't want to say the upper end of the spectrum. People on the non-millennium end of the spectrum. Yeah. We have ad concerns. We hate them because we grew up when these things were starting off, right? And ads were a lot more obtrusive in the earlier days.
Yeah.
Right? They would just take over your whole screen. They hate that, right?
Yeah. Right.
But the younger generation is conditioned to accept them. Okay, so ads. So the audience doesn't really care about ads, and the audience who is more aware of the online presence realizes that without ads, websites wouldn't be able to operate. Because they know that that's how website owners make their money. So you can position the ads in such a way it's like, support me by not blocking my ads.
Right.
You don't have to click them, just don't block them.
Right, that's how you make your money.
Yeah. So ads is number one. So on the common blog, ads will account for more than 65% of your income. Okay. Now you have the second area. So ads is the biggest one. Second one, depending on the maturity of what you're doing, could potentially be sponsorship. Okay, sponsorship originally will come in the form of somebody providing you with freebies, product, right? So I've got a client who's a chef, and he has a sponsor who's giving him cookware, and he uses the cookware when he cooks. When we take the pictures, he's got the cookware, and we're going to be giving some away to his fans. So it enables us to create a giveaway to reward the fans for watching. Right? So that's where sponsorship starts. Free stuff, not money. But it's cool because that's where it starts off. And that free stuff, you can leverage that to build a bigger audience. Once you have a bigger audience, then they start paying. Right? You're not going to become Kim Kardashian overnight. Right?
Right, exactly.
You start off with getting some free stuff.
I'm on a mission.
So sponsorship's number two. Okay. The third area, but caution about sponsorship. Sponsorship is the area that your fans will kind of call you out on, because sponsorship takes the form of content that you create. So if your content is all about sponsors, your fans will call you out about the authenticity. So be careful about sponsors. Okay?
So advertisement is 65%. What percent is
these aren't hard numbers. These are just
estimates
from what I've seen.
Okay.
Sponsorship will vary depending on how mature your site is. So once you have a huge audience, sponsorship can be very significant. Okay.
What's the third one?
Okay, the third one is going to be affiliate marketing.
Okay.
In the beginning, affiliate marketing will pay you more than sponsorship will. Okay, so affiliate marketing is, as we've discussed before, it is links on your site to purchase items either directly through the retailers or through Amazon. Now, Leslie, what you can do is you can take a look at a lot of the businesses that you're recommending and see if they have affiliate marketing contracts. And if they do, you can write articles and link people back to those products that you're trying to promote. So let's say, for example, that you're going to do an article based on a big kind of article in January is about fitness. People want to jumpstart their new year and get in better shape, right? So let's say you create an article about running, okay? And you find a retailer that you would like to promote because it's a black-owned business, and they do running apparel. You can do a whole article about running and take photos of yourself wearing this stuff and recommend that they buy these shoes or whatever. And when they go to their store to buy it, if they have an affiliate program, you will get paid a little percentage for that purchase. Okay. On the flip side, you can also link to Amazon. Amazon has a pretty powerful affiliate program. Okay. So that's the third one, is affiliate. The fourth one is the sale of your own product. So if you want to create hoodies, T-shirts, hats, whatever, those are the three most common things people create. But you can also create an ebook. I recommend electronic products over physical ones, because if you do an electronic product, you don't have to pay to have it made over and over again. You don't have to store it. You don't have to ship it out. When they buy it, they just download it. It's so much more cost effective than having a garage full of T-shirts.
Oh yeah, you can't push out. No, that's perfect. I mean, and then at the same time, that's your direct market, right?
Yeah.
Because now you're marketing your own product.
Yeah. In fact, you could create an ebook about black-owned businesses online, so they can download a guide that they can have with them. It's free. It's almost free to make. And you can use that either as something you sell, or you can even use that as a freebie when somebody signs up for your email mailing list.
So electronic products would be similar to my Small Biz Pro then?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Management software.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the fifth one, so the fifth one is an area that people don't get into until later usually. It's membership. Because when it comes down to membership, you have to exhibit that you have something worth joining. Right, so
like subscription,
a subscription is one of them. Subscription is mostly what it is. So let's say, for example, if you have a really good food blog and your recipes just are awesome, you can charge a nominal amount to give the fans access to recipes before they come online.
Oh.
Right, you can do that. Or if you're famous like Kourtney Kardashian is, see the website we were talking about earlier. Normally, you have to subscribe just to even get into it.
Oh wow!
Which is hilarious. She's there to sell. She's there to give you affiliate links so she can make money when you buy the Yeezy boots that she likes to wear.
Right.
But you also pay $3 a month for the privilege of doing that.
Oh really?
Right.
Yeah, it's marketing gold. I mean, like, you can't hate on that because it's.
Just watch me this year. Watch me this. Keep your eyes up. Do not sleep on me. I'm telling you. Kim Kardashian, watch out.
And David said
sleeping
she's
is-
one of a
All
sucker.
5 ways of getting paid. I'm
Sleeping
getting
is for
paid.
losers, right?
Yeah,
Is it
right.
losers?
Sleeping.
Okay.
But and then she did an interesting twist because Armin had been utilizing that site as one of our sites that he go examples. So we went there last week, which was right after Black Friday.
Yeah.
And it's now wide open.
It was open, yeah. So it wasn't membership at that moment. So we're not sure, but we're thinking maybe she's giving a temporary open,
For
open
a
access
holiday
look at it.
shopping.
to get you hooked. So
Yeah.
so now you have direct access to what she's wearing, what she's recommending, and you're loving it.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, in 2 weeks,
It'll shut as soon as
It shuts
Christmas is
down.
over. It'll shut back down to membership. I mean,
you need
excellent
your
marketing.
fix.
I mean, just
a
primo
good strategy.
marketing. That's a good strategy, right?
Yeah.
So making, because a lot of times that's what happens when you limit. That's a great marketing tool, limiting the supply. Because now everybody is clamoring to get to that supply, so you'll make a lot of money because in a very short period of time it's going to be gone.
Yeah,
or it's
hilarious.
going to go up in price.
So actually, I mean, it's like an illicit business. She's giving you a taste.
Right? Giving you a taste.
She's getting you hooked.
Right,
So-
advertiser.
So we got 4 minutes to go. so here's what I'm trying to do now, because I personally think that you should make us your guinea pig. We're going to be that.
In Peru, they eat those.
Huh?
I think it's Peru. They eat.
And
they eat
Ecuador.
guinea-
And
Ecuador,
Ecuador?
they eat
Yeah.
guinea
There we go.
pig.
Just want to bring it up.
So if you can use us as a model to prove to others that this does work, I'm willing. I'm in. You can use me. You can use me. You see what I mean?
And all of the other 45 people that are in our class, that's why
You
they
can
there.
use me. Yes, but see, like you said earlier, there are some small businesses that are willing to do this. We are willing. There are some that are skeptical. Like, I don't know
Yes.
if I want to. So that's a lot of your time and energy over there trying to convince them. You don't need a lot of time with us.
Look at
Actually,
the
but
salesman.
in these last couple of minutes, I do want to say one thing for Leslie. I really admire what she's doing because, a lot of people think too much about what they want to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Leslie's just out there. She's learning as she goes.
Yeah.
But she's doing it. She's learning. That's the thing. That's the key. She's learning as
Yeah,
she goes.
yeah.
She's not spending too much time online just researching.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, you just jump right on in there,
Yeah.
and that's what we
Well,
tell our students.
Actually, I wonder now if I should have started that membership based on
Well,
remember,
now would be a great
Leslie-
time to start because you
Yeah.
got viewers or followers. You got people coming to your site regularly.
But membership takes. Usually membership is what you start up once you have. Once you have established an authority in something. You have to, because you're asking people to now pay to access content.
Yeah.
So there has to be a reason why they're paying, right?
Yeah.
So once you've established yourself, then you can start moving that direction.
So you're right on time. You're doing it right.
And because we got about 2 minutes left. So here's the thing, guys. So the digital marketing classes are ongoing every Wednesday evening from 5:30 to 7:30. We also are going to start having boot camps so you can come out and spend 2 to 3 hours helping you create and create your online platform, so to speak. And each setting will be addressing a different area. So we did content the other day. But Leslie, for you, you're in Inland Empire. We're actually creating a membership platform where we will be recording video on the step-by-step on how to do each aspect of the 5 potential ways you can make money.
Yes.
So
And these aren't videos recorded during the classes because the classes the topics tend to go from
they're varied. So
because
we're
people are live, right? And so they ask questions.
right. So we're going to create an online back area so that you can come on and Armin and I and a couple other coaches are going to be talking about the step-by-steps. How do you create the membership piece? How do you bring in the waterfall ads? Because that's how the ads grow. making sure that you're using the right keywords so people can search you out. So we're actually creating a movement here, because this is just such a way to create just abundant wealth of money, in addition to information and marketing to your clientele. So what we're gonna leave it is that there's some people out there making millions of dollars a year. The one that he uses as an example, they make probably on the average between 5 to 7 million.
I wouldn't say, I mean, like, we don't want to speculate on them, but they're definitely a 7-figure company.
Okay, 7-figure company. So that's a game changer for most businesses, and that has nothing to do with a product that they're selling. That's all about online revenue.
It's all about traffic, yeah.
So Leslie, we really want to thank you for being a part of our show. We're at the end. We're at the end of our show, and thank you so much. And we're definitely going to be reaching out to you, because I think we should stick together and we should make this thing continue this process.
And I will send you a link to the show on YouTube. I'll get it edited this weekend. Then you can start using that conversation along with your link, and then I'll also be pushing your link out for the next until Christmas. All right?
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Leslie.
Thank you, Leslie.
Pleasure.
Well, we also want to thank Mr. Armand for being here today.
Thank you.
I'm sure you audience, you really enjoy this refreshing type of information that you just got on marketing strategies. I know I personally did, and I'm getting all excited now. Now I want to meet with him.
And then, Leslie, I will make sure you have Armand's phone number and information if you want to reach out and have some more conversation, more direct line conversation with him on how you can take your blog to the next level.
Okay.
And vice versa. I'll give him your contact information as well.
Okay.
Thank you, Leslie.
Thank you, Leslie.
So we're at the end, and unfortunately, we don't get to tell you what's coming up on our program for next week. But Business Zone is every Friday from 3 to 5. Log into morrismedialive.com, or you can go to
the Business Zone with Crystal and Gilbert on our own YouTube channel. And next week will just be some more greatness like today. That's all that you need to know. So just make sure you tune in every Friday afternoon from 3 to 5, and you will hear from
Gilbert Buchanan,
Crystal,
and Don.
And occasionally, Mr. Armand will be back.
That's right. So
all righty, guys.
We're out of time right now, so we want to thank you all for participating, and we're out.
Have a great weekend.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
As a small biz pro, that's how we roll. Using procurement, program, and control. As a small biz pro, that's how we grow. Using procurement, program, and control. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur.